Hey, who we got in the chat, guys? We're gonna make up some grape rice pack bait today for y'all. Show you boys how I do it. How's the audio? I'm using my cell phone for this, guys. What's up, Dylan? How's the audio, man? Is it pretty good? Hey, 8 people. Who all we got? Awesome, awesome. Picture quality's not good, huh? It looks decent on my computer, Dylan. Maybe you should, I don't know, maybe see what you're viewing it at. Maybe you can upgrade it a little bit. See what the quality is on it. Mine says it's at 720, Dylan, so should be okay. Awesome, awesome, guys. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Awesome, Dean. You catching any fish, brother? Eddie Kinley or Joseph Edwards, whatever we got going on. We're just going to make some bait and hang out and chill today, guys. What's up, Thomas? Todd, we're going to make up some grape rice pack bait. Somebody made a donation the other day, and they got to pick the bait and flavor and stuff. So we're going to do that. Somebody dropped a super chat on us. So for me, we're going to go ahead and get started. I got to get this stuff ready for tomorrow so I can whoop Dylan's butt. You know what I mean? Well, good luck, Dean. We hope you catch a big one down there, brother. You guys probably know the rice recipe. I got a video on it. I'll be uploading. Well, I've got it uploaded, but I haven't released it yet. What flavor are you using, Dean? We're going to be using 28 ounces of the instant rice. Eddie, I wish there was a secret to that, brother. Hey, Todd, what's up? Who all we got in here, guys? Drop a like if you would. Appreciate it. We're going to be doing 28 ounces of the old instant rice. John, I use all kinds of combos like that, brother. Combos are my favorite baits, you know what I mean? Eddie, I'm selling some millet and rice baits if you're interested. Jimmy, they love rice everywhere, brother. I did a video in the wild where we caught some. We're going to be using 1 cup of kosher salt. And for today, we're going to be using some powdered sugar, guys. I usually use regular sugar, but I ran out the other day. Both of them work. Oh. Cody, it'll get a lot better for you, brother. Once you get used to it, you'll really enjoy it, man. You'll absolutely love it. We'll be doing 1 cup of the powdered sugar as well, guys. I've got a couple different grapes. I think I'm gonna use the maybe mix the Haley's Grapezilla and the Angry Grape together. See what we got on there. Todd, I'm planning on doing a video on that millet. I've got several videos already made, and uploaded. I just haven't released them yet. We're trying to, just let one a week come out. If you guys haven't yet, I did one on my wagon. It's a two-parter. I haven't released the second part, but the first part came out today. If you guys could check that out and give it a thumbs up, appreciate it. Tell you what, I think I'm gonna share this on Facebook real fast too, guys. Y'all just hang back and chill for a minute if you would. Any of you guys got a YouTube channel? If y'all have a channel, drop a link to it. Let's get some people checking it out. What's up, Jesse? We'll mix this up real good, guys. I got that millet in the background. The one on the one pan, Todd, it was crab millet. And my wife ain't gonna let me put that in the oven, brother. I'm trying to let the sun do a little baking on it for me. Cody, I use the same baits for both, man, and I've done just fine, wild or pay laking. I started out pay laking when I was a kid, Dylan's gonna take my money. We'll see about that, Dylan. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta grab a grape soda out of the fridge for this. 1 second. Oh, all right, boys, I'm back. We're going to be using a Fago 20-ounce grape soda for this rice, guys. 28 ounces of rice, 20-ounce grape soda. Todd, we haven't figured it out yet. We might be going to Ohio. We may go to Summit. I'm not sure yet, bud. Where you fishing at tomorrow, Thomas? What about you, Todd? Where you fishing? Cody, this year I've used beads only. Some people believe it's all in the pickup. I've never believed that. I believe it's in the bait. So, my personal opinion is the pack bait gets them in there, and that's what they're feeding all around, and they'll suck up whatever's in the middle of it. That's why I like to pack my pack bait around my hook instead of a sinker as well. But it all works, brother. Stick with what works best for you. Thomas, I heard Hubbard's was real good. I think it was last weekend or the weekend before. I know Presley was up there, and I guess he won a bunch of money, caught a bunch of 20s up there. We'll put a little bit of Grapezilla, and then we're going to do a little bit of the Angry Grape in there. That Grapezilla has like a kind of a grape and vanilla smell to it. We got to get this ready so we can take Dylan's money tomorrow. Yeah, Thomas, I use like most of the time I use a Kicks and a bead, but this year I went with a smaller hook and a bead only. And the hooks that I use with a kicks and a bead, the kicks literally stands the hook up on its eye, um, on the eye of the hook, and it keeps it right in the middle of the bait. That's why I really like those hooks. Some people don't check their rig before they throw it, and if your hook's floating 3 feet above your pack bait or whatever, if it's too high, they're not going to hit it. You want it to be right above it or kind of in the middle of it, in my opinion. Todd, when you gonna share that honey hole with me, man? I'm not gonna have enough money to eat if Dylan keeps taking my money, guys. I'm gonna toss in a little angry grape too. And yeah, I want to know where that honey hole is myself, for sure. Any of you boys fishing tonight? Where you guys going this weekend? What kind of bait y'all throwing? Yeah, that's the way to do it, Thomas. Some people don't do that though, buddy. I've seen some people that are kind of new to it or just haven't been informed and put 3 or 4 pickups on one hook and everything else. North Carolina, how's the weather down there, Cody? Cody, there's probably several from North Carolina. Grits is a good bait. Jason, you're throwing some millet. I'll show you some millet here in a second, bud. I got some brewing behind me here. Some crab millet. See if we can't get this rice where you guys can check it out. Let me wipe the old hand off real fast. What do you think? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Oompa Loompa style? That's what we got, boys. We're going to let that brew. Give her about in 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll mix it back up. And then we'll repeat that process for a little while, several hours. Should be good to go in the morning. We'll have to take some of Dylan's money with it. Let me grab that millet for you guys. All right, boys. If you could smell that, you'd probably throw up, though. That stuff is rank. It is crab and it stinks. I didn't even make it in the house. My wife was gone, and when she got home, she was yelling at me. She thought I made it in the house. It smelled so bad. It was just my hand. I couldn't get the smell off my hand. Butterscotch oats. You can keep that, Dylan. I can't remember. Somebody did a super chat the other day. I think his name was David. I can't remember, but he got to choose my bait, the grape rice. That millet, I'll be ready to throw it too. That's going to be some good stuff, guys. Again, if you haven't used crab or mussel in the wild, you're missing out, I'm telling you. Well, Pay Lakes too. Man, I tore them up a couple years ago up the highway on them. Stuff is good. I'm not talking about your pickup. I'm talking about in the pack bait. It stinks. Your wife may kill you if you open it in the house or make the bait in the house, but by God, it works. Where's everybody from tonight? We'll stream for just a little bit here. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that like button real fast, man. That might help it be visible to some new people that we haven't had in our stream before or on our YouTube channel. If you could take the time to share it on Facebook or something, boy, we'd really appreciate that too. All right, we got some Georgia, North Carolina. Boys probably know I'm up here in Indiana. What's up, D-Lo? You got that millet cooking up or what, D-Lo? I just showed those guys some millet that I've got going on. I'd said it here in front of me, but like I said, it about make you want to throw up, you know? Is the quality okay with the cell phone, guys? I kind of like it better. There's less of a delay. Todd, I used Mega Crab, and it's mega nasty. Cody, I've got some of that green lip mussel, but mine must have been bad or something. Mine comes out like a gel. There's something wrong with it, so I never did get to use it. Like I said, I've got some mega crab. That's one of the flavors I like, and then mussel's a really good flavor, just regular mussel. And Cody, one thing about it, brother, I mean, unfortunately, you're not always going to catch fish either. That's one thing too, you know. What's up, Carpet? Sometimes you're just not in the right spot. You know what I mean? Even in the pay lake, believe it or not. That's why it's key to get a good draw if you're doing stuff like that. You might say, well, it's a small lake, but it makes a difference. You haven't what, Jason? Haven't done too good, or you been tearing them up, or what, brother? Man, that grape, I'm telling you. And if you guys make rice like that, I mean, seems like a lot of liquid in there, but believe me, that rice will soak it up. You been fishing pay lakes, or you been fishing in the wild, Jason? I haven't been fishing since Tuesday. My son, he caught one that was a little over 19 pounds. Yeah, it's instant rice carpy. I'll show you what we got. I got it sitting beside me. Um, it's just instant rice. Any brand works. I mean, I think they usually say 5 minute rice or something like that on there. Yeah, 5 minutes. As long as it says 5 minutes on it, that should be instant rice. Jimmy, this rice is going to set for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll mix it up. And, you know, probably every hour and a half after that, for a few hours, I'll mix it until I go to bed. And then when I get up in the morning, I'll flip it over and should be good to go. I've got a really good video in good detail on how to make it. I've got it uploaded. I just haven't made it live yet. I've already got several of them. So, Todd, I know I'm ready to go to Greenville, man. Uh, Me and Dylan, that was in the chat here, we fish together a lot. So, anytime you want us to come up there with you, brother, just let us know. We're ready, and we need somebody to show us where to fish and whatnot. Cody, sometimes people, I guess they get their rice too wet or whatever, and I've seen people actually throw some panko in there with it. So, D-Lo, I like to actually mix it again. Um, you know, you could just turn your bucket over and let it come through, but I like to actually get in there with my hand. Gives me something to do too. Did you decide on what flavor you're using for this weekend? And Todd, you gotta show us that honey hole too, man. I told you about that one honey hole. Don't forget about me. Do you know if they're letting out of state people get Ohio licenses right now? I know there for a while they it was kind of shut down where only if you were in state you could get it. Yeah, that Georgia peach smells good, dude. That's all there is to that. I mean, but every peach smells pretty good. Yeah, Carpy, I've got a video on using the ketchup too, but personally, I like using soda. The way I do it with the amount that I use, it lasts basically forever, just like ketchup. Yeah, it's made by Grapezilla. If you want it, I believe you got to go up to Haley's Only. I believe they're the only ones that sell it. Jimmy, I think there's a link in the video description for hog sauce flavors. Yeah, there is. In the video description, there's a link over to their website. Todd, you don't need a fishing license over at the park up there? I don't know. If you don't, you don't. That's even better. We might have to go there tomorrow, man. If you guys want, I'll post a link in the video description to that rice video if you guys want it. Like I said, I'm not going to make it live for probably a couple weeks or a week or so. Cody, I've never used walnut. I was smelling some today, actually. Um, I know you're not from around Indiana, but there's a guy that fishes up at Highway Springs. His name's Jeremy, and he started making some of his own flavors. Carpy licenses are still required. You have to have one from the year previous. I know in Indiana anyway. Let me. I'll put a link in the video description if you guys want for that rice video. It's a detailed video on how to make it. We're sorry for dropping a bomb on you with a stream out of the blue. But figured we was making some bait. We might as well get in here and chat with y'all a little bit. You guys are the ones that are going to have early access to this video for the rice pack bait. That's pretty cool. All right, it should be there. Should be there. What's up, Zach? How's it going, brother? I mean, really, you guys shouldn't have to have a fishing license anyway. It probably should just be a God-given right, but hey, what do I know? You guys know how it is. States need more money. Jimmy, yeah, you'll get a notification as long as you've hit that bell button, I believe it is. Jonathan, like I said, man, everybody's got their own opinion on, what works best for them. Personally, I believe it's the bait. Like I said, when pack bait first came around my area, I think I was 13, so that'd been, I don't know, that's 12 or 13 probably. That's been 25, almost 26 years ago. The only thing everybody used was a bead, and we caught them by the thousands. When I started switching over to a pickup, I honestly noticed no difference in catch rate. I caught just as many with or without a bead. Um, I don't know how to go about organizing any kind of wild water tourney, Dylan. It'd be cool though if we could get like 10 guys or something, maybe do 10 or 20 bucks a man. I'd have fun with it. Hell, if you guys wanted to do it, I'd just walk around and weigh fish for you guys if you needed it. People could be in different spots or whatever. If we had a lake and I'd drive over and weigh fish for you guys, that'd be fun. Yeah, Todd, it is. And be careful if you try it. Like I said, don't. I mean, if you're married, do not open that in your house. Trust me. I opened it in the basement one time. I had a black eye afterwards. I'm just playing, but she was mad. Robert, I've done a few videos like that, brother. We might be able to do something a little more in depth for you if you want. I mean, I can, if you guys want them, I can post a link to the beads I use in the video description. They're cheap. I think they're like $3 or $4 for a crap ton, basically. Todd, I don't know where Middleborough is, so that'd be a no. Um, but I'm definitely open for hitting some spots in Ohio, for sure. Especially if you can get your license. I'm pretty much burnt out on all the places around me, you know. Within an hour drive, I've been to each one of them so many times, it's just getting kind of old. So, ready to step up to an hour drive over into Ohio. Give us some new territory, I guess you'd say. Yeah, Todd, I want to do that too. I'm assuming you have to have a fishing license for it, so we'll have to get one. Unless you know that you don't have to. What's the deal with Greenville? Do you have to have a license, or is it okay to fish without it? What part of Ohio is he in, Cody? What's up, Exotic? Is that Gage? What's up, bud? I think Clayton's in there on his Xbox. He'd been grounded from it for a while. As soon as he got it back, now he don't want to come over here and do the stream with you guys. Woo, Zach. You're going to have some fun up there. Is Shelby more on the east, north, south, or central, or west? I'm not sure where Shelby is. You probably already know where to fish at up there, I'm assuming, Zach. And, man, there's some big ones in there. We went last year. We did a millet video last year and went up the following day, I think it was, or that weekend. And we caught, I can't remember how many fish we caught. It seemed like it was like 18, maybe, and 5 of them were over 20 pounds. The biggest was 25 something. I'd like to fish Lake Erie. That'd be fun. Anybody help Michael out with a good place to catch some wild ones over there in South Carolina? D-Lo, I mean, if you want, I'll post a link, or I can send you a link in Facebook Messenger to the beads I use. Like I said, they're pretty cheap, man. Yeah, I ought to tell Clayton that there's no ladder ball. Here, look, I'm going to tell him real quick, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back, boys. Rocky River. All right. Zach, the one spot, I think it's called the DNR Watershed or something like that. That's where everybody I know fishes it. Um, it's kind of like a little channel, I guess you'd say. If you actually try to find a spot on the main lake, I don't know if you've been there before, but it is huge, dude. I mean, it's huge. It looks like the ocean. We went up and just kind of walked it, and there's a beach for miles. You know what I mean? Oh man, yeah. Send me that picture. I love stuff like that. For sure. See if he can get us in over there. Cody, yeah, people do that, man. I know R&W has a flavor called Barnyard. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. Hey, Dylan, look who's here, man. Dylan, check this guy out. He must want to play some ladder ball tomorrow. I don't know. Michael, a lot of DNRs probably don't know good spots to fish, to be honest with you. Heck, have you seen the pictures floating around where we're holding spinning reels upside down? So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, the goat has arrived. He is here.
Yes.
He's definitely here. We'll see how many fish he steals from us tomorrow. Be grabbing our rods. I'm gonna try to get Uncle Donnie to go up. Maybe Clayton will be generous enough to let him reel one in. Matthew, just put it on there. It's fine, brother. Trust me. I mean, I'm not the expert of all experts, but I post videos and we catch fish and we use them. I promise you. Don't even put a pickup on there. Just try it with a bead only. I don't even think you'll notice a difference in catch rate. Where are you from? What state are you in? If you're going to use a bead and a kicks, then you want to match your hook weight or use a split shot like I think it was Thomas was talking about. Well, if I was close to you, we'd just do some fishing together and I'd show you. But unfortunately, you're too far from me, brother. If you're using do you use the kicks with it, or you? I mean, what are you using? And stop being scared. The worst thing that could happen is you don't catch a fish. Ah, man, I got some dude driving like a nut right here. Ah, he's gone. Danny, I like to use 20-pound monofilament if I'm, on my casters. If I use spinning stuff, I use 40-pound braid, and I usually use a 2 ounce no roll sinker. And a lot of people that pay late kind of laugh at that, but that 2 ounces, I've never had a problem, and I feel like it actually helps me get a little better hook set. So you like them big hooks, huh? Well, I mean, the only thing you could either do is cast around, or maybe I don't know your particular lake if you can see the weeds or not. That's the one terrible thing. Like, there's a place that has really big fish down a little bit south of me in Connorsville that's got it's called Smallies. I mean, there's some big fish in there, but in the summertime the weeds are so bad and you can't see them, and literally the whole bottom's covered. Drives you nuts. So I don't even fish it anymore. In the spring we'll fish it a little bit. We went this past weekend. Dylan caught a couple, but I mean the weeds they're just out of control. But I mean you just gotta cast, try and find out if there's any weeds there if you can't see them, or if they're the kind that are growing up where you can see them. Obviously, stay clear of them. Try to get out in front of them or side them or whatever. I don't. I've never been to Gary, so I really couldn't tell you. Nah, around here the Pay Lakes, like tomorrow they're having an MPQ, a Northern Pay Lake qualifier, so that'll be a tournament. Or I don't know if it's tomorrow or Sunday, but that's up at Highway Springs. But the rest of the days of the week, it's you can pay, and then like they have jugs if you catch a fish a certain weight. It's worth money if you're in that jug, and it's pretty much like every other week a different pay lake has the NPQ at it. Yeah, I have. I've float fished for them. Free. I've free line bread for them. One time, I was up at Highway Springs when I was younger, and I was goofing off, and I put some corn on a hook with a bobber, and I kid you not, I slayed them up there. I was casting about halfway across the big lake up there, and just destroyed them, just messing around. Well, Lake Michigan is probably one of the biggest lakes anywhere. Zach, how deep do you think Lake Michigan is? I know when I was there, we kind of looked up some different facts about it. It blew my mind, brother. That place is deep. PVA? Yep, I've used PVA. We might ought to do a video on that. I think it's deeper than 500, wasn't it, Clayton?
I have no
I
clue.
think it was deeper than 500 foot. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Let's see how deep it was. Oh my God, dude! Don't take my word for it. I want you to look it up. It says the average depth is 279 feet, but dude, look it up. The deepest spot is 922 foot deep at Lake Michigan. $500,000. Are you kidding me? Or are you saying 5,000? If it's 5,000, yeah, we got jugs like that around here. Okay, got you. Yeah, I would have never guessed that either, man. Google it. That'll blow your mind right there. I mean, I couldn't even fathom 900 foot deep. You know what I mean? That's like what? It's over 900 foot. So that's like three football fields stacked on top of each other. Matthew, there's big everything in Lake Michigan. I mean, everything. Yeah, I'd say there's probably a lot of undiscovered stuff since it's that deep. Yeah, that's definitely insane. Like I said, don't take my word for it. I just Googled it. Check it out. See you, Dylan. I'd say good luck tomorrow, but I, I'm going to be taking your money. I'm sorry, bud. We'll have to see how good this grape rice does, guys. Like I said, somebody dropped a super chat on me, and I let them pick the bait and the flavor. If you guys want to help support the channel, hit that dollar sign, drop a super chat on us. Even if it's a buck or two, it really helps out and goes a long way, guys. It'd probably blow your mind to know how much we spend just doing bait videos and all that kind of stuff. Plus, we like to give stuff away to you guys. Try to do our best to treat you all right. Zach, I don't know about flatheads. I'm sure there's probably some in there, and they're probably monsters. It is 8:34 here. What about you guys? Where are you from, Michael? I can't remember. You know what? I need to message a buddy and tell him to jump in this live stream. And if he does, I want you guys to welcome him. He's new to carp fishing. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's new to carp fishing. So let me see if I can find him here on Facebook real quick. All right, boys. I just messaged him. We're not going to stay on much longer anyway. But if he jumps on, treat him right, guys. He's a good guy. He really is. 52 pounds. Yeah.
Matthew.
um, I'd rather be a human with a human brain, brother. Cody, if you hit the $sign, then it'll give you like some options, or you can hit the sticker sign, I think. Or if you hit the $sign, you can do like a super sticker for like $1 or $2, or you can just donate like $1 or $2. You can use a credit card or I think PayPal too. It goes through YouTube. It's 100% legit, brother. Yeah, Todd, you suck. Clayton, why don't you jump around and see how much battery we got left on the phone? We may have to plug in the charger to it. Or if you want, just go ahead and grab the charger, bud.
Looks like it has a lot of percent left.
Oh, does it? Okay. I'm going to check the battery on this real quick, guys.
Like 7%.
Oh, we're good to go. We got plenty of battery. It's going to be dark and we'll be getting off here before then anyway. Texas Pete. They used to love that around Indiana. A lot of guys did that. What's up, James? How you doing, bud? Did you send me a friend request today? I think that was you. A lot of guys put the old Texas Pete on their pickup. Well, John, I appreciate you stopping by, brother. If you're interested in a rice, we made some up, but I also put a link in the video description to a video I haven't released yet. It's all about the same rice pack bait recipe. You can check it out. You guys are the only ones that can see it right now. Just anybody watching the video. Oh my goodness, Cody. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks for supporting the stream dream, brother. Me and Dylan are supposed to go $10 on big fish tomorrow. So maybe we'll put that. Hopefully we take his $10 though. He's been getting to the spots real early though. I can't hardly get myself up at 5 or 6 in the morning. Can't hide money? Yeah. You got to have it to hide it. You know what I mean? And Cody, like I said, I really do appreciate that, buddy. We've got some giveaways that are going to be coming up for you guys too. Here shortly, I've almost finished with the Chaos XS video. That's a new bait casting reel. It's on the budget-friendly side for you guys. They're like $50-some a piece. They sent me one to try out, and just to show you how much I like them, I have 7 of them now, okay? And I'm going to give one of those away to you guys coming up probably within the next few weeks or month or something like that. We've just got so many videos already made that we're kind of releasing one at a time on a Friday or whatever. What's the best day to release videos for you guys? What would you guys like? Is Friday good with it? I know I just released the one on our wagon. Doesn't seem to be doing too good compared to the fishing stuff, but it's something I wanted you guys to see in case you guys are interested in, making a fishing wagon. We've got a part 2 to it as well. We're actually put stuff for rods and a net and all that good stuff. That's no good, brother. That's no good. Well, Cody, like I said, we appreciate having you watch us, each and every one of you. It's been a pleasure. We really enjoy it. If you guys ever need anything, hit me up. I've got a Facebook page called Carp and Catfish Baits, Tips, Tricks, and Techniques. You guys are always welcome to shoot me a message on there. And if it's something I can help with, I'll do my best. Was you going to go to Highway, James? No. I mean, what I did is I bought a wagon, and we wanted to show you guys how easy it was to put together. So we did a video on the unboxing and Clayton putting it together. And then when we put rod holders, we put 6 on there, and we put a net holder as well. We used PVC. Like I said, I haven't released that part yet. Just the first part was released today. Super easy. Just needed a drill, some PVC, and some zip ties. All right, Todd, what are you making up? John, I've got a great video I'm making Forever Bean Mill. If you want, I can post a link to it if you're interested. Cody, good luck to you. I hope you catch a big one the next time you're out. What flavor are you making, Todd? Let me jump in here and we'll post a link to that Forever Bean Mill. I actually have a couple different Forever Bean Mill recipes. I'm going to send you the one that a guy sent me. It's a pretty good one. It's almost the exact same that I have. So his uses flour, which probably helps most people pack it a little better. And any of you guys got a YouTube channel, shout it out. I don't care. All right, let's see if we can find this bean meal recipe, guys. Well, heck, where's this at, bud? See the egg one. Is it on the first page? There she is. Give me just a second here. We'll put a link in the. We'll see if we can put it in the chat. I don't know if you can put it in the chat or not.
Pretty sure you can.
We're about to find out. Cody, right here. This is your buffs right here. That bean meal is great. I just posted a link to it right underneath your comment, Cody. Hey, John, 16 pounds is still a fun fish to catch, brother. Todd, I know a guy that used to use bean meal, and it was plain, and he would squirt mustard on the side of it. That's all he did. And he did not catch a lot of fish. He used to fish Highway Springs, but he would fish it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and he won a lot of the how they got big fish for the week. He won a lot of those. Like I said, bean meal with just mustard on it. That's what he did. Molasses, yeah. Molasses is okay. You're not going to use any other flavor in it? I used to use plain bean meal all the time when I was younger. Cody, like I said, it's everybody has their own thing that they feel works best for them. If you're new to the sport, you'll have your own opinion soon. It won't take long because you'll go fishing one day and you'll just tear them up, and automatically you'll feel like that's the greatest thing, you know. Um, I've used hot stuff like for pickups and flavoring. You know, I've just fished for so many years that I can tell you a lot of it is being there at the right day, fish bite, the right spot, even in a pay lake. Like I said, that's why it's important to get a good draw um, in the wild the same way. And you hear a lot of people say, well, how do you catch big fish in the wild? You know, well, the secret is you have to fish a place that has big fish. That's the real secret to catching big fish. If you're fishing a lake that doesn't have any, you're not going to catch any. Not every lake has 40 or 50 pound catfish. Not every lake has 20 or 30 pound carp. You know, with this COVID stuff going on, we haven't been able to travel around and get any real big fish this year. We've been fishing all the local places. We've caught maybe a few 20 pounders. He caught a 19 pounder Tuesday up at Summit. Todd, when you go on the summit next time? Well, Jimmy, I appreciate that. Cody, I made a couple chow videos. If you're new to the game, syrup chow, that's what you want. Chow is a very, I guess I would call it an advanced bait if you're trying to make it with a liquid, or I've got one on how to do it with eggs. But the problem is, if you make it with a liquid or eggs, if you pack it too tight, it will not break down, all right? If you get it too wet, it's not going to break down. If you use syrup, like in the video I did, I mean, you can cast it a mile. You can cast it as hard as you want, and it will break down unless the water is basically freezing temperature. I mean, Todd, when are you inviting me to the honey hole, man? We may have to reciprocate on that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not probably not the originator of baits. I do like to throw a lot of combos together, and I've done some of those for you guys with like millets and particles and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm sure I'm not the inventor. I probably learned most of them from somebody else when I was younger, and maybe put my own take on it. Or some of them might be identical to other people's. Yeah, I've never had a problem with rice breaking in cold water. Every bait breaks a little slower when the water's cold, though. Yeah, Todd, just get with me on Facebook, man. I don't know where we're going tomorrow. I haven't decided yet, so I can't really invite anybody if I don't know yet. I'll have to talk with Dylan. Um, I don't know if he really is sleeping or what. I'll have to message him later tonight. My favorite flavors are peach, banana, grape, and I've been using a lot of the tangerine dream from Hog Sauce lately. It's been doing pretty good for me. Michael, I mean, that's awesome. I love big buffs. The only thing that sucks for me is the only ones around here are in pay lakes. I don't have any wild buffs probably within over an hour driving distance from me. Cody, you can put whatever flavor you want in there. A really good bait that I kind of like to do is a chow millet combo. I've got a video on that too. And, I think the last batch I did was peach, but I'll be honest with you, chow's kind of expensive. And I really don't pay lake much anymore. I'm pretty much go to the wild in the summertime. And then in the off season and early spring, I'll hit some pay lakes because they're close by. But a millet chow combo is a really good bait. I know a lot of places shut off chow during the summertime. And like I said, chow is expensive, man. It really is. I've got a video on how to make an alternative chow. You may want to check it out. If you got a tractor supply that's close by, um, I can't remember. That stuff's only like maybe 15 bucks a bag. I can't remember honestly. 750 for what? For like a bag of it, or it's about $2 a pound up here in Indiana. Yeah, so up here it's about $6. If you buy it from like a feed mill, if you buy it at a bait shop, I think they charge more than 750 for 3 pounds. At least the one that's closest to me. Yeah, you can at Highway too, Todd. But some of the places I know, Lake Legends over there. I saw where Tommy said he didn't allow it, and I think Haley's had shut it off this month, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I could have swore I saw a post on it. I guess a lot of places down south in North Carolina or whatever, from what I hear, shut it off as well. Yeah, number two is what you want. I had a guy one day message me and tell me that he couldn't get his to stay on the bottom, and he sent me a picture, and I think it was a size 5 or 500, you call it, which is huge pieces, and it floats. That's just what it's meant to do. You got to have the smaller ones. And what kind of rig are you using, Cody? What size hook and stuff? Or were you the one that said you used a double aught hook? Who all we got left in the chat, guys? See who all we got. Drop a smiley face or something. Let's see who we got left. Said how long we've been going. We've been going for 56 minutes. We'll probably shut her down in just a few. Cody, I mean, like I said, it's getting dark here. This cell phone definitely isn't going to be recording very good in the dark, I'm sure. What's up, Nate? We got Nate, we got Robert, Jimmy, Danny. We got Danny in here. Danny, where are you from, brother? You're from North Carolina, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. Robert, where were you from? I don't know if I can remember or not. If any of you guys are close to Cody down there, I mean, if you guys want to help him out, he's new to the sport, you know. I love to see people getting into it and enjoying themselves, guys. Okay. I wouldn't mind living in North Carolina, to be honest with you. I guess you guys have a lot milder of a winter and stuff. Up here in Indiana, we just never know. It could be 70 degrees in December and then 0 degrees the next day. It could be like that in March or April. You just never know. Well, Cody's in North Carolina, guys. Like I said, if anybody wants to help him out, he's new to the sport. Feel free to help him out. Help him get on some fish. You guys don't get much snow or anything, I don't think, do you, Robert? Or Jimmy, Robert? Todd, I'm going to do a video at Prairie Creek sometime this year, man. And a couple things about Prairie Creek. You're going to catch a million of them. They're all going to be like this big, you know, like a pound or whatever. And the boaters, oh Lord, man, they're going to come over there on their tubes and they fly. Come right next to the bank. Yeah, I think you guys are able to fish all year round and everything. It just, last year, I think the lakes froze. It was like early December, I think, or maybe even late November for like a week, and then they thawed out, and we had pretty good weather for the rest of the month. So, Nate, I fished the reservoir in Richmond for many, many years, bud. I don't go there as much as I should now. Once you get older, it's a little bit harder to fish, man. The bank spots just aren't that good. Just gets rough on a guy. But we used to pull at least 130 out of there, um, at least one a year for many years. And I haven't been hitting it too hard for the last 3 years. I think out of the last 3 years, my biggest one was a little over 28 pounds over there. Yeah, James, even our springs are terrible. I mean, what was it like last week? It was like 30 or something degrees or something like that, and then the next day it was like 80. Todd, I haven't deer hunted since I was a teenager. What I think is poppies. One of them I heard was really good, or pops, or something like that. Pops, poppies. Yeah, like I said, I mean, you can use the little docks they got. I used to fish the backside of 227 a lot, and there's a spot just a little bit south of there. Don't let him hit that phone. But there's a spot that's a little bit south um, of the 227, and you can fish that as well. Over by the playground too, Nate. If you go over there and then walk down that hill, it's pretty rough, but it's pretty rewarding at the same time. What's the one down there in North Carolina that I hear about that's really good? Is it Pops? I mean, I hear everybody talk about this place. Wars, yeah, I think that is it. Yeah, I think that's the one. Don't they have little shelter houses you can set in and all that good stuff? I've heard of that poppies too. I've seen people talk about it on Facebook, I believe. Oh no, I think you're right. But both of them, I hear a lot of good about both of those. Wards and then Creekside. I think that's where a lot of Indiana guys go, and they talk about both of them. Danny, those reels are absolutely fabulous for the money. I hope you used my affiliate link, brother. Um, if you did, we'd get maybe like $1 or so from that and help support the channel. But you're gonna love those reels either way, trust me. They're extra smooth. Do you have rockets too, or is that your first casting reel? I actually let somebody throw one today up at Highway Springs for a second just to show them how good it was for a cheap reel, and it kind of blew them away too. Super smooth. I mean, they're like butter. My chaoses are quieter than my rockets. I really feel like they're smoother too. The drag's really smooth, but I mean, you got to keep in mind it is a $50 reel. I don't know how long they're going to hold up or whatever. And the good thing about a rocket is, I mean, parts are easy to get. And another thing, even if you keep them like new and you want to sell them the next year, you can get most of your money back. They got golf carts down there you can ride around on. Wow, that's awesome, guys. We don't have none of that around here that I know of. None that I've been to. Hey, good luck to you, Todd. If we decide, I'll shoot you a message if it's early enough and let you know where we're going in case you want to stop by. And good luck too, man. You know what'd be cool is if they would actually, like the lakes around here, the ones close to me aren't very big anyway. What'd be cool is if they had a golf cart and when you catch a fish, they come around and weigh it for you. That'd be pretty cool. Like I said, Cody, that's awesome, man. That sounds like they're putting the fisherman's money into running a nice place. Some places do that, some don't. We won't get into that, but I love it when a place really takes care of the people that pay for it. Basically, just like price, I think price should depend on where you're fishing. If it's a nice place where they take really good care of it, obviously have stuff like golf carts. I mean, the money it should cost more, because that place is putting the money into the lake. And yeah, Robert, I mean, you can tell the places that do that. I'm not going to mention names, but I trust me, I know some that don't. Some of them take the money and they put it in their pocket, and then they raise prices or whatever, and it goes up and up and up, and nothing still gets done. Yeah, those big tournaments would be fun, guys. Isn't there a big one coming up down in North Carolina, or maybe it just passed? I think I saw something where it was like, seemed like it was like 500 or 1,000 a man to get into. That'd be a pretty good one. Trying to think what we should do with that millet since Mom ain't gonna let us bring it in the house. If you guys had just joined in not too long ago, we got some crab millet sitting in the background there. I need to get it inside, but my wife's going to kill me if I run it through there. Looks like we've been live for a little over an hour, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Um, like I said, greatly appreciated. Cody, I mean, that donation, man, that means the world to me. Like I said, it helps us out a little bit because we like to do giveaways and all that stuff. It kind of eases the load a little bit for us. You know, believe it or not, we spend a ton of money, way more than I ever thought we would doing these kind of things. So I do appreciate it. If you guys are interested, I did drop a link in the video description. So if you close out of the chat, there's a new rice pack bait video that I haven't released on YouTube yet. But you guys that are here can click on that link and watch it. Did that just for you guys that joined into the chat. And it's a good video. It's how I like to make my rice. Super easy. I show you guys how far you can cast it and how quick it breaks down. But like I said, guys, I think we're going to have to cut it short because we got to get up and do some fishing tomorrow and hopefully take Dylan's money. But we do appreciate you all stopping by, okay? Cody, again, thank you, brother. We're going to go ahead and end it. I hope you guys have a good night and just catch all kinds of fish tomorrow. Peace out, guys.